New tariffs from President Trump are increasing tensions with two U.S. trade partners. As of today, 50% tariffs are officially in effect for Brazil. New levies are expected to increase prices on goods like coffee and beef. As we just discussed, the president signed an executive order also increasing tariffs on India by 25%, increasing duties there to a total of 50%. And that will have impacts on pharmaceutical prices as well as India's services sector, which includes IT services. Joining us now for more on this is Joe Foudy. He is a distinguished clinical professor of economics at the NYU Stern Business School. Joe, thanks so much for being with us. Let's start just taking a wider picture and wider view of all this. What is at the root of these growing tensions between the U.S. and both Brazil and India? How did we get here?
So in the case of Brazil, it's oddly enough, it's primarily political. Brazil is one of the rare countries that the U.S. actually has a trade surplus with. But the current government, which is left-wing, has taken a hard-tapped line against the former president Bolsonaro, who President Trump sees as an ally. And so we're sort of targeting them punitively to push for a change in their course, which seems unlikely.
I want to ask you also about these geopolitical divisions, but what do they mean for your average consumer, both here in the U.S. and abroad? I just brought up coffee, I just brought up beef, things that matter a lot to many families.
Yeah, so you will actually see the effect of these tariffs at the grocery store right now. Beef prices today are kind of the egg prices of last year, and about 40% of our coffee comes from Brazil. So we have some other countries we can import coffee from, but there's limits. So you will see higher coffee and beef prices. From India, by the way, you'll see some on the margins increase in prices of generic drugs too. So it will hit consumers. These two countries are not that important. But adding to all the other tariffs, in fact, this is a tax on American consumers.
Yeah, anything but my coffee, Joe. Also, in your perspective, what are both the pros and the cons for the U.S. in this kind of trade war we're seeing play out?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit surprised because both countries are not really the ones we normally target. We're importing raw materials from Brazil that we don't actually make and don't compete with. In India, we've really sort of targeted in the long run as an alternative to China. We actually now buy more iPhones from India than from China. Those electronics, by the way, were exempted. But, politically, we're hoping to sort of give India a bear hug vis-a-vis China over time. And so it's somewhat mysterious that we have these tensions.
And we were talking about how we get here. We saw the president raise the tariffs on India to 50% as punishment for purchasing Russian fuel. So do moves like that run the risk of further isolating the U.S. from other nations?
Yeah, it's challenging because both Brazil and India have other countries they can target. We have more leverage on India, but there's also just the political dimension in India, just like in the U.S. The government there can't afford to be seen to be caving to the U.S. They have sort of long and complicated relations with Russia. And so, this sort of open demand that they stop importing oil seems likely to sort of backfire. I just can't see a world in which an Indian prime minister would cave on us.
More to come. Professor Joe Foudy, thanks so much for being with us.